Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
I'm Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 154 of Greynoise, the podcast where, during the storm, we keep you warm. No? Okay, fine. For those of you who don't know, it is monsoon season in Las Vegas. That's why we said it. That's why I said it. Anyway, we're here. Yeah, they didn't agree to this. I took them hostage.
No part in this.
Yep. So it is 7:30 on a Friday night, which means we are here at Sin Shop, the hackerspace of Las Vegas, at 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. And even though we are in Henderson, it is still the Las Vegas Valley hackerspace. I don't know why I went Russian there.
I heard you.
I don't know. What the fuck?
All right, I know. So go to sinshop.org for more
Sleep
information
yourself.
on
the
for more information on the on the hackerspace, and for more information on us, go to Greynoise. That's GREYNOI.SE. By the way, the meetup page for us is meetup.com/synshop. SYN. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the company.
You gotta clarify.
Hey, you can't talk about snacks?
No.
Anyway.
Nice cover.
All right. So how is everybody's week? What is everybody up to?
So, my week, I mean, this is not something I've newly discovered, but I just thought about it today when I was working on stuff, is how much stuff we inadvertently learn just by doing other things. Like, so, you know, like you're doing one thing, and then to finish this one thing, you have to learn 6 other things just to do this one thing, which I think
all the
is
time.
amazing,
You know-
but also extremely frustrating.
You know how I tie that into how they tell you to take tests? It's like run through that whole bitch as soon as you can, and then go back. And
Because
then
some stuff will help you on other things.
other answers later on will trigger memories of questions that you're like, oh, I totally answered that wrong. And that's happened to me on my certification tests. So basically what he's saying there,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this was in full effect this entire week. I was working on a project, I was doing stuff, and I was like, I don't know anything about this technology. I don't know anything about this fucking thing. I was like, guess I'm gonna fucking learn today. So that was
guess what you did?
Guess what I did?
You learned that day.
I learned it.
That's how I feel about R. Now, I haven't started learning R yet.
You barely got
This
it.
the stats language.
Yeah, but
Why do you feel about R?
well, because I've been doing a lot of the data mining and data crunching
mean,
for
You got Python,
but
dude.
why R specifically?
because it's really good with data stuff.
I
So is
know.
Python.
No, you guys are just saying that now because it's Python is Python is Python is Python.
Python is used in
I mean, that's
a
how you guys
majority
are.
of machine
Well,
learning.
no.
And
I mean,
R
Python
is used a lot more for statistics.
I mean, I know it is, but
No, he's
use
just
Python.
Again, he's just saying Python is Python is. That's what they do.
Because Python.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy.
So,
Everyone uses
what-
it. Put that shit on your resume.
Oh, one thing before we move forward though, his thing about testing.
Yeah,
about
no,
that
no,
testing,
100%.
That you know what that could be considered a life hack.
No,
Sorry. Anyway, we move forward.
no, he's doing that to push my
It's a
button.
life hack. It's a test hack too.
is it hashtag life hack?
Hashtag life hack.
Where'd you get
Oh,
hashtag?
We're
did
gonna
you say?
hashtag it right now.
We just
For the
hashtag.
show.
Oh,
it.
Just
what's
did
the
it.
hashtag?
Oh my god.
Next.
I thought.
Are you
And
serious?
we move forward.
Okay, sorry.
You know the pound system on your stupid little phones that you do stuff with?
That's a pound. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing as a hashtag.
Yeah, they look the same to me.
No, the hashtag is slightly slanted. The pound sign is straight up like a tic-tac-toe board.
Yes. And by learning things, I mean, and not any specific things related to tech, because I'm bringing it back around because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't. I got it. I got
It's,
you.
it's like things not related to tech at all. Like you learn, I mean, they're really taken away because they interface with whatever I'm working on. But like outside technologies like video encoding or like video recording and stuff like this,
Yep.
or just things that are like way outside your scope, and you're like, I've never even thought about this.
Right.
But you know, I'm gonna dive into it.
It's time to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, a lot of times I'll throw myself into projects just to learn a thing specifically.
Exactly.
I tried not to do that. I try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But it never works out because I'm like, there must be a way to do this with what I already know. So I go about the most.
Really?
difficult- I
That's
go,
how you think?
At first, yeah. I'm
I
lazy.
mean,
I'm lazy as shit, dude.
Open
I
source
am
path
too.
first, dude.
I'm lazy as shit, man. So when I first started a project, I'm like, okay, there is a way to get this done knowing what I already know.
Yep.
So I start working on it, and I have the most convoluted thing in place. I'm like, it kind of works, but I need this one thing, and I'm like, oh, if I just do this one thing, it would work the way I want it to. So then I got to learn this whole other thing, and then I'm like, I should have just done this in the beginning.
So when I'm learning something, I usually ask a mentor about, for instance, proxying and DNS or whatever. Now, I try not to be an asshole and just say, hey, how do I do this? I try to mess with it for a little bit, and then when I get stuck at a wall, I'm like, okay, this is what I've tried.
Is your mentor Google?
No.
I mean, that's my mentor.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but here's the thing that Google can't do for you. It doesn't give you that human interaction of a conversation such as what we're having right now.
This is the only time I do this.
Yeah, I don't talk to people at work.
Yeah.
You guys are so antisocial.
You're goddamn right.
Should I even ask you how your week went, Zenify?
I fucking sat in my office, and whenever somebody walked in, I pointed at the door.
Really?
You should have that the door clicker like Ron Swanson, so you can just close it. When you
Dude,
push the
if
button.
I could get that installed, I'd be so happy.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Are you serious?
You don't hire desktop support people to have people come into my office. That's their fucking job. They're the one. I set them up on Discord. I have my own channel, and then they message me when they have a tier 3 problem. I just call it tier 3 because if it's over their head, then it's my fucking problem.
Yeah, but do you ever get the problem where like they say it's a tier 3 issue just because they don't want to do it, or they think that they don't know how to do it?
No, because they know their job is in my hands, and so they fucking do it.
Yeah.
And they know how to do it.
All right.
Telling them how it's done.
Yeah, there you go.
The way that I communicate that to them, like, if they don't want to do it.
Do your fucking job.
No, I don't say anything. I just continue staring at them. You don't have to say anything.
That's true.
You just remain silent, stare at them, and then all of a sudden, shit just starts clicking in their head, and they walk out and they know how to do it.
They get some fucking
I don't
conclusions.
do anything.
It's in the eyes. Zenify just looks at him and it's like the
It doesn't have to. I
information's
could be
in
wearing
their eyes.
fucking sunglasses. It's the silence that
It's
kills
the beard.
them.
It's
Yeah,
the
you're
beard.
right.
It's
You're
hard
right. I
to
take
do,
that back.
yeah.
It's the fucking
Doxy's right.
beard.
It's the beard.
If you
Because-
if you shaved your beard, they'd be like,
Oh,
"Who the
I'd
fuck is-"
probably be fucked. Yeah, nobody would take me seriously.
It's like that meme. Your powers don't work here.
It's probably true.
You know what it is? I'll bet you what it is they already know the answer and they want you to confirm
Yeah.
that that's the answer. And when you give them nothing, they're like, "Oh well, I guess
Just
I'll
go shoot
go
for the
with what
stars.
I know."
If they're talking to me and like I'll stare at them and then hopefully they come to their own conclusions. But if they're coming to wrong conclusions, then I'll intervene.
Yeah.
Because then it just becomes more work for me in 10 fucking minutes. when I
They
fuck it up.
they can't get into their email. The whole computer needs to be reimaged. Wait, no, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, geez.
Oh no.
So if you work for him, just say you're going to re-image everyone's computer.
And then he'll be like, oh,
then
God
I'll
damn
have
it.
to do
No, let me take care of it.
And then I'll replace
is
you.
everything is a tier 3 issue. Oh, man. All right, Satchel, what about you?
Oh, surrounded by ding-dongs, man. Just ding-dongs everywhere. So there's a big project at work. And,
You looked at me harder when you said that.
I don't think I'm hard. Anyway.
No.
So half-mast at best.
Hi.
No, hey.
Hello.
So just a breakdown in process and everybody pointing at everybody else, and it's just the worst.
Oh, you mean
Had-
Tuesday?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Had a meeting on Tuesday, I literally had a meeting on Tuesday, explained all of the things, gave a list of all the things that this person needed to check, and then today I looked at that same list and none of them have happened.
Oh,
And was like the deadline today?
There wasn't a deadline, but if we don't start making progress...
In direction giving and direction following.
Okay.
And I did this like back in 2nd or 3rd grade, where you tell the person to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or,
I would fail immediately.
But you have to, so you write down the instructions, and then you
Yeah,
give
peanut
them the
butter.
instructions, and they
jelly.
follow your instructions.
Okay.
And I mean, like, that experiment shows you how detailed you have to be in order for the PB&J to be made properly. I mean, I'm talking about like, okay, then you take the peanut butter, unscrew the lid, like it gets that detailed.
I mean, makes sense. And usually when I put in a ticket for someone else to do something, I get detailed fucking paragraphs. Like I'm like everything. But when you've worked with someone before and and you're like, okay, they're not an idiot. They know what I'm saying. But sometimes they are. Sometimes they are an idiot.
I'm not saying this guy's stupid,
I'm
but
not-
if he stood in fertilizer, he'd probably start sprouting. Like, I'm just saying.
That's a good one. I like that. That's cuts real deep.
Actually, what Satchel brought up kind of leads me into the question that I wanted to ask you guys, okay? So here's the scenario.
due dates.
Here's the situation.
No, not due dates.
Parents went away on a week's vacation.
Let's say you are an administrator of a certain system, right? I can say that we can all probably.
Yeah, I think we're living
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, I think we are all that, right?
That is not me. How dare you assume me?
How dare you assume
My-
what I manage?
How dare?
Oh, well, yeah. My bad. Okay, so let's say another manager comes to you guys and says, okay, so I'm having this issue with the people that I manage, and it can be solved by you doing these things and putting these policies in place in a technological sense. Like, for instance, instead of having a call route go to A to B to C to D, let's make it go from A to D to C to B and then back to E again. Like, so changing the call flow to meet the HR discrepancies, or the where the HR is lacking, the human resource is lacking. Let me explain. So instead of training the people that you manage to do the things properly, like maybe answering a help desk call or triaging, right? You then take it upon the VoIP manager to redo the call flow so that it kind of circumvents the human problem. Do you think that's right?
I do.
Well, it sounds like if
Here's
so.
what-
Wait, hold
my
on.
bottom
Hold on.
Okay.
So if you already have it set up so that it goes to A, then B, then C, then D, and no one's picking it up for if that's what you're saying, it sounds like changing it from D to B to C to A isn't going to make anybody pick up anymore.
Right, but no. So that's kind of where I'm getting at, though. It's my bottom line question is: if it's a human problem, can technology fix that human problem?
Yeah,
Yes.
by firing them.
Okay.
I see.
So that's where I'm kind of getting at. Like what are your thresholds?
Like I said before the show started, a machine wouldn't fuck up my goddamn burger order.
I mean, it could.
But if it's
If I fucked it
if
up.
it's a situation where you can automate people out of the process, I'm on board with that. If you can say,
it's
you know,
automating it through the process.
okay, I'll take it.
Okay,
Right.
that's basically what you're doing is you're automating the system to where they have to follow the process. The problem is there's managerial tools that allow you to be able to discipline people so they have an incentive to follow the damn process.
Exactly, and so that's kind
I've
of where
never seen the technical fix the people issue.
Right.
Ever.
Right, and neither
Every
have
time
I.
it's like, oh, it didn't work because
Exactly.
they'll figure out a way not to follow the process
Exactly.
that you're going to fix for them. And so unless they have incentive to follow that process, they will not. I've never seen that work.
Right, and Community Mike, trust me, I agree with you because I've seen it the way you've seen it. Is you do put these, because this is probably about the third or fourth time that I've changed the call flow, okay, to match what the specifications were, and these human resources find a way to kind of slip through the IVR or slip through the call flow.
Yep.
So is it a human? So the bottom line question is: can the human problems be solved with tech in this manner? Like,
No.
I think you can.
Nope. Tech is an amplifier.
No, yeah.
I approach it all with you can never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And so they're gonna find like what Community Mike said. They're gonna find a way to bypass that process because they think it's gonna make it easier for them. That's not fucking true.
And I feel like if they're already circumventing the system, like if they're already not doing what they're supposed to be doing, changing up the order in which they do it isn't going to make it easier. That's or it's not going to make them more apt to do it. They're not going to be like, oh fuck, well it's me first now. I might as well do it this time. No.
No, not unless they have personal incentive to follow it. Because
Right.
tech is an amplifier. Whatever you put in, it gets more of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you've got a well-oiled machine, you got a faster, stronger machine. If you got monkeys flinging poo, you're just getting more poo flung.
yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah.
And so again, that's where I'm just kind of banging my head against the wall here because
But well, it all depends on the application though, because if I want poo flung, okay, but the monkeys don't want to fling the poo, and I can make a poo flinging device, well, I'm going to make that device.
Right.
Fling the fucking poo.
So, do you guys understand where I was getting a little frustrated? It's like,
Well,
okay,
sure.
this is the third time that I've changed it.
Yeah.
And obviously, these technicians are finding ways to not follow the policy. And I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, obviously.
And you're saying they're finding ways. I feel like you don't need to find a way when you just don't do what you're supposed to do. That's not finding a way. That's
they're
just not doing
They're
something.
averting their job function.
Okay, so what I'm saying is instead of a technical quote-unquote solution, wouldn't the solution be paperwork in the pink sense? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like demerits
yeah.
against them and
But
such like that.
in that sense, technology won't help. That's a human intervention.
And that's what I'm getting down
Yeah.
to.
So
But
as
again-
well as incentives, you need to have, I guess, counter incentives.
Right, carrot and sticks.
Yeah.
We said carry and stick it.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So if your boss told you to do something, wouldn't you do it?
yeah, I would.
Right.
But that's
So change
because
the
But
damn
there
extensions.
are people out there.
but he's not my boss.
Right. What I'm saying is there's people out there in the world who don't do that for some reason.
You know,
I've never been able to explain that.
I'll
but
tell you
there
why they
is.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Because there's no
No.
not I don't want to say incentive, but there's no repercussions for them on the other end of it.
Absolutely. And so
Yeah.
that's a manager problem.
That's a managerial problem, absolutely.
That's not a tech solution. That's
If
fixing your
you-
inability
you-
to guide your people.
Unless you bring in a fucking rumor that's going to beat your ass if you don't do what the manager says. or
Oh
whatever.
my god.
That's why you got to bring in the Bobs.
Yeah, bring in the fucking Bobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great
the
idea.
Bobs show up.
Let the
Yeah.
Bobs show up. So
Yeah.
what would you say you do here exactly?
Office
That's
space
right.
quote.
Well, I've got people skills.
Yeah.
No.
Like I'm old enough.
Wait, but-
To remember Terry Tate, the
Office linebacker.
Don't
Oh.
be doing that up in here.
Yeah. So, something like that. Like tech can't fix a personnel issue at like a not listening level unless you bring in tech that's going to beat somebody's ass
But it can route them out of the equation. That's what I'm talking about.
by some,
But
by,
you
by,
might as well
by,
have
by,
bots.
by sending them a P slip.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I mean, but then you're rewarding them if you just route them out of the equation so they don't have to do that job you told them to do.
Well, then they don't have a job, right?
No, because they're still there. They're
Bingo.
just not doing what you told them to do already. You just circumvented them being a piece of shit they are, and now they're still the piece of shit. They just have to do one less thing.
I know. I completely agree with you, and
Which-
that's what's so frustrating, though. Is
But then at least they're not fucking everything up for everybody downstream.
But this sounds like everyone's fucking it. Like the whole stream is fucking.
No,
up, it
you're
sounds
creating
like.
animosity because everybody downstreams know they're not doing their job.
It's like, wait, so and so didn't answer the phone. Why do I have to answer the phone twice as much now? I'm not answering the phone if I just pull out of the queue.
Yeah.
And then no one's
it,
answering.
it creates
Okay.
animosity
Yeah,
big time.
absolutely.
Okay, great. So route around that person that doesn't answer the phone, and the next, and the next, and then no
It's
one's answering
never
the phone. And the
worked.
management's like, "What the fuck? No one's answering the phone." Then they get involved.
They've
But
been
you were the
involved
good
since the
guy the whole
beginning.
time.
But it sounds like the
But they're
managers
not
are.
gonna.
But they did.
And I have no idea. This is third party knowledge. It sounds like the managers already get involved, but
Yeah.
instead of getting involved at the employee level, they're getting involved at the technological level, saying, "Hey, make it so that this person answers first, and maybe it'll work that way." Instead of being like, "Hey, fucking Susie Q, pick up the goddamn phone when it rings."
You
Yeah,
hear that
and
ringing?
so-
It's not in your head.
That's what I'm.
It's like it's like, hey, do you hear that? Oh yeah, that's the phone.
Let me
Pick
use-
it up.
Yeah, exactly. Let me use this example because you kind of just said it, but this has actually happened in real life where
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it happened in real life where this person's phone started ringing. Okay, so they come to me and say, "Hey, I think something's wrong with my phone." I'm serious. That was what was said. Yeah. So something's wrong with my phone, and I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with it?" It's ringing. Oh, well, shit. I think you should answer it. It's obviously you're part of that call flow. Answer it. But they were used to not answering it because the
they just
person
don't
further
fucking
down
answer?
the person preceding them in line or whatever was maybe on the phone, maybe not. I don't know, or just didn't answer the phone. So, but that's what I'm saying is like I've run into this in real life. Like it's a practical.
So
question.
here's, okay, you go first.
I was
So
gonna
we're
say-
talking about two oh I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's not like the discussion of how to resolve this, but in your case, since this is happening with you, you're on a managemental level of
yeah,
your own.
I'm a
department.
manager of one.
Yeah, but I know with biased information that you all stand in the same room sometimes. Do you call these people out when you're all
that was
standing?
my next point. That's what I
Yeah,
was
it's
gonna
like
say.
I would call them out so fucking hard, and it would be an embarrassing Monday morning meeting for them because I would not have any of that shit.
theoretically.
Well, yeah, theoretically,
Because we don't know anything
because
about
we don't
this.
know anything about this
Yes.
or any of the biased information of the shit fucking tech. Go on.
No, but like instead of doing, like if the manager's not doing their job, you are theoretically also a manager. If they're coming to you for advice and or assistance or asking you to do things, I would come in and say, "Hey, tell your goddamn techs to pick up the phone," or I would specifically call those techs
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, pick up the goddamn phone."
Right.
It's honestly that simple.
So
You say but I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You say
no, so again, not to get too far in. I'm not trying to
We're
get too-
already deep, dude.
I know we're already deep.
We're already deep.
So we're talking about two different things, though. Like what you're talking about is, hey, the phone's ringing, pick up the effing phone. What I'm
You can
talking
say it,
about
dude.
is
Yeah, you can
Let
say
it-
we're
let
not
it
on
fly.
A.
Yeah, I don't
we're not
know.
on A.
Let it fly.
I don't
When
know
was the
why.
last time Greynoise was on AM
He used to
radio?
be a
Oh, by the
radio.
way, no.
He used to be a radio show host.
I know.
Yeah,
I get it,
yeah,
I get
that's actually what it was.
I get it.
On that subject, I noticed that Vegas still has a public access cable channel,
Yeah, they
and
did.
it streams on the internet.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we should try to get a time slot
I would-
Oh.
and a camera. And we already have a
We
camera.
already have a camera. All we need is a time slot.
But then we couldn't swear.
Says who?
I'm pretty sure you can.
They can
Right?
just
Public radio?
bleep us.
No.
What about public access?
Public access television?
Yeah, wouldn't
No.
you
I
get
mean,
fined by the FCC?
I used to watch it in Seattle because there was always naked people on it.
What?
Maybe it's different here. I don't know. Maybe
There's a bunch of
different
hippies in Seattle too. So,
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
from the
Well,
Midwest,
anyway,
and
No,
that
I
shit
thought
didn't
it
that's
was
work.
kind
interesting.
of
We'll
fun.
research it.
Passport.
like when we do the kid hour or something, we could put that on there.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
All right, Shin, what were you saying?
no. So wait,
So,
what was it? No,
well,
what were
so
you
it's,
saying?
it's two different things. One is this person just ain't answering the fucking phone. That's different. That's fine. Yes, that is a disciplinary situation. What I'm talking about is like this process over here has broken down and I can't fucking do anything about it. So I'll put together a thing to help them do a thing about it.
But it's not okay. The thing that broke down though,
Yeah.
is the way the humans interact
that's
with that
different.
technology.
That's different.
But the system, if everything was equal and we had upstanding citizens of employees, right? Then the system is fine the way it is. But what's breaking the system
It's the people.
is the people. The
So
interaction
break
between
the people.
Yeah, but damn.
I mean-
Zenify's kind of in a mood today.
Well, I was in the mood last night
No.
too. I shot eyebrows at him.
But
a lot.
I mean, this is to me. I don't. This is a simple solution.
No. I understand, and
No, I don't think you do though.
no, Doxy, I'm agreeing with you guys. What
But
I'm
you,
saying
but
is,
you already said this was the third time you've done it.
Yes.
I would give them one, and then I would have been like, no. What's the issue? Why is the phone not being picked up?
I would bring in, because I'm still biased to some information, a Nerf axe. And then I would start telling them what the fuck this Nerf axe is going to be doing. Punchline is, they're getting fucking axed.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice
but
play.
like
of words.
actually hit them with the Nerf axe.
Well, that's
No,
a
you can
lawsuit
do that
waiting
too
to happen.
while they're walking out with their fucking things.
No, but I mean, no, and I mean, it's hilarious, but I'm not kidding. They get one time, and then it's like,
Yeah.
why? Because that's a bigger issue at that point. If I'm rerouting calls all the time because your texts don't answer the phone, that's a much bigger issue. And I would be like, no, I'm not going to. Talk to your texts.
I've been in the current position that I'm in for 4 months, and I've fired 2 people.
Damn, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Dropping that hammer.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
You're
If you're
too-
making
you're
my
too
life
soft.
harder, fuck that.
Are
My
you ma-
life's already hard enough.
Are they making your life
at
harder?
work.
Not necessarily.
No, now you're making excuses. Look at your face.
No,
You're making
no.
excuses, dude.
I mean, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal to change the fucking configuration, the routing of the line.
No,
I don't know.
look, it's not that big of a deal. It's just again
The principle.
It is more of a principle.
I
thing.
got it.
It's not a difficult thing. It's a principle thing.
Sure.
Don't look at me like that. It really is a principle thing.
Do you ever have to answer the phone because they don't answer the phone?
No, I took myself out of the queue. What the fuck?
But before you did that, did you ever answer the phone because they didn't answer the phone?
Fuck no.
I know you're lying.
No, I let it ring. Because here's the thing.
I know you're lying.
No. I've not answered the phone.
Wait, are we thinking on the same timeline here?
What do you mean?
Because I know for a
Yeah.
fact that you have answered the phone when they didn't answer the phone.
Okay, that was before. I'm saying with these new
okay,
changes,
so yeah,
I have
different
not answered the
timeline.
phone.
Okay.
So yes, to answer your question, Zenify, timeline, no. I've taken myself out of the queue, and so basically the way the call flow works is after it doesn't reach a tech, it just escalates to manager, and then actually all the way up.
Okay.
And so that's again. Now here's the thing: if all the way up doesn't handle it, then what?
You're not being direct enough. That's what.
And
You're
they're not
you're-
being direct.
You're not being. You're not. I'm not arguing with anyone here, but you're not being direct enough. You're, for lack of a better word,
What? Okay.
you're pussyfooting around the issue.
Okay.
And you just got to be like, hey man, these fucking dudes aren't doing their job. They have one job: answer the goddamn phone. They're not doing that.
Right. I'm saying we are all in agreement here.
Yeah.
Are we not?
No, we are.
Okay, so at what point? Remember, I am not their boss. They
But
have
you're
a boss.
a boss.
But you're
No, of who? Myself.
You're-
technically, but
you're-
the department you're managing is being affected because of this, and you do have manager style meetings yourself.
And your
That's when
title
you
is
bring this shit
manager.
up.
Right, but what I'm okay, so
That's when you look at the guy who's their boss and say, what corrective actions have you taken?
Yes.
When he's saying, he goes, well, how are you going to fix this? And what correction actions have you taken?
Yeah. How are
'Cause-
you gonna fix this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you gonna?
okay, so let's answer the beginning question, which is, can you technology somebody into compliance?
Not without a shock collar.
Yeah.
Fair.
No, you could make it ring that phone and tell until they pick up.
It's amazing how fast they can learn how to turn the ringer off.
Yeah, then they turn the volume down.
And then the business gets no calls, and then they get no business, and then the company's like,
Yes,
"Hey,
snowball,
what the fuck?"
snowball. I know.
And then let that handle it.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
Like,
handling it
see,
now.
But see, again, this is all pussyfooting. Just address the issue directly.
Yeah.
I can't stand it, man.
Yeah.
I can't stand when people don't address an issue directly in any capacity at the company, whatever company I'm at. Like if you have
I get that.
No, I don't think you do.
No, listen, dude, I get that. What I'm saying is,
He gets
I
it,
do
he's
not
just
manage them.
actioning it.
The manager of that department should be managing them.
But he's not.
Right.
And you are aware of the issue,
Right.
so handle it.
And if you handle that shit and you're successful at handling that shit,
If you
take
don't
that
handle it-
fucking guy's job.
if you don't
Guess
handle
who's
it-
getting paid more now?
That's
Zenify is mean to me.
if you don't handle it,
Fair.
that's pussyfooting. Straight up. Because you know, and it's a big enough issue that you've brought it to the podcast. And I can't fucking stand it. People are like, oh man, such what's going on. I'm like, okay, did you talk to so and so? No, I can't because it's like their department, but it's an issue for you now. So now it's your department. So you fucking handle it.
If that shit touches my desk or queue, it's getting handled. And if I know I can handle it without me actually handling it, it's getting fucking handled.
I don't care who the boss is.
Yeah.
If you're coming to me with it,
Go straight
then,
to the CEO.
then we're on the same level at that point, and I'm going to handle it
Yeah.
either through you or through your employees. I'll be as respectful as I can when I handle it, but it's getting handled because you're not going to convenience me day after day, even if it's only once a month. That's still an issue I don't want to deal with again.
And you're also, we really have made this about you.
I know.
Yeah.
Now we're just doing therapy.
First of all,
We're doing tech therapy
I want
now.
everybody who's listening to know that it seems like the theme of the show for the past, I don't know,
About a half
3
hour.
years.
3 years has been let's shit on Chen. Jesus fuck. Anyway,
It's just, yeah.
look, I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I understand
And
what
we
you guys are
know
saying.
you get it.
But, well, I guess my original question was answered, so.
What was your question? I forgot.
Motherfucker, really?
Yes.
Can you automate people out of the way, basically,
No.
of the process?
Not of this.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
okay,
okay,
Because
the
it
question
takes
answered.
a certain thing because to automate them out of the way, you have to get them out of the way by firing them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're still there. And I mean, they might not be doing that thing anymore, but they're still fucking there, and that's
here-
still a problem.
And I know why I said that we're picking on you specifically. It's because in this
Easy target?
easy target. But there's a specific.
Damn.
You're in a very specific situation personally. You have extreme tenure. You're not. I don't think you have to worry about the position you're in. So if I were you, I would fucking like, I'm gonna fire you. Like, I'm doing it now. And then when the manager of who you just fired comes to you and goes, you don't have the authority to do that. Clearly you weren't fucking doing it. That's what I'd say to that guy. I don't give a shit. If I'm there as long as you've been there,
Okay,
man.
Let me say this. I've been studying and practicing martial arts for 22 years, and I think I want Zenify to be my bodyguard. I'm
don't
just saying.
have time to deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
Time is very
I
valuable.
think he got jaded or something in his career.
No.
Yeah, I know. Surprise, surprise.
I've been a sysadmin a long time.
A community mic.
Chen comes to the podcast next Friday without a job, seeking one.
Please don't say that.
Yeah.
At least not out loud. Jesus Christ.
I'll write a letter.
That's okay. Nobody's listening.
Look, I charge $175 for consulting. Just, spot me some money.
How much are you charging for bodyguard services?
For you, $1,000 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you seem like a tough one to protect.
Wait, why?
No,
Do I have a lot of enemies?
who knows?
Or maybe a lot of stalkers. Speaking of which, by the way, I think I mentioned it last week during my rough draft run of the talk that I'm doing at DEF CON. But I guess I didn't announce it on the show. So,
Yeah.
during DEF CON, I will be speaking at both the Sky Talks and Recon Village. Okay? So now, thank you, everybody. Slow clap, golf clap, right? So on Friday at 10 in the morning, I will be speaking at the Sky Talks. And on Sunday at 12 noon, I will be speaking at the Recon Village. Okay? Now, the talk at Sky Talks will be the 50 minutes, and the one at the Recon Village will only be half an hour. It's same talk, Stalker in a Haystack. So back in 2015, and I know Magic Dave, you haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but back in 2015, I did the talk on automating your stalking. This is the reverse of that: how to find somebody who's trying to monitor you. So you might want to look at you might want to look at my my data. I have 100, like I have 1.03 million entries, but we'll get into that later.
You know what's funny? This might be giving away too much information. I checked one of my Puppet accounts, and I saw an account of your Puppet account following my Puppet account, and I'm like, this is weird.
Wait a minute, I'm following one of your Puppet accounts?
Yeah, one of your
Ooh,
Puppet
now I
accounts.
gotta find out who that is.
So
Go ahead.
I'm really good friends with the people who organize the Privacy Lab in Silicon Valley.
Okay.
And it's like hosted like Mozilla, EFF, Google, all that stuff. This sounds like a talk that would be right up their alley.
I'll send you my notes.
I'm going to put you in touch with them.
No, that's fine too.
They're trying to line up speakers for the Privacy Lab for, well, I'm going to be the August speaker, but September, October, November.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
down.
think that would be really cool.
But let me show you my notes before you leave today, because I got to catch you up on my research.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this. I mean, just to give you an idea, like these are talks on like anti-surveillance and stuff. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Have your puppet call his puppet.
I'll have my puppet
my
account call your
puppets
puppet
will
account.
talk to your puppets.
Yeah,
Your puppets
exactly.
can do lunch.
So again, for those,
Didn't all your puppets just get deleted?
no, actually,
Didn't Twitter just like kill 50 million?
Well, yeah,
sock
so-
puppets.
They're deleting, but it's not Puppet.
So actually, we could talk about that in a second. But my account was not deleted because I've actually had some human activity on it. Because I also tweet from it, like testing, or
Yeah.
if you're being followed, it's because of this. So I've showed not bot tendencies. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I haven't been deleted. Anyway, don't delete me, please, Twitter. Anyway, okay. So again, this is for DEF CON weekend. Friday at 10 a.m. we'll be at the Sky Talks, and then Sunday at 12 noon at the Recon Village. It is the same subject, but I've been asked to kind of highlight different areas of the research among the talks. So that's what's going on. Also, I didn't say this last week, but the new 2600 is out. This is the summer edition. I have not even opened this yet at all. And the reason is because I don't know if I've been so busy or just lazy as fuck, but I have not finished the spring edition.
And if you don't read them in order, then you'll get all
I know I
confused.
get all
Yeah.
that's my OCD part. I need
Right.
to read it from cover to cover.
It's like Lost.
And then-
You know, you're not gonna. If you just start in the middle of the season 4, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
right or
Well, I feel
something
like that's
like
with
that.
any TV show.
That's true.
I think you could. Well, okay. No, I was gonna say Rick and Morty, but maybe not.
Definitely. What the? That's one of the worst examples.
Well, again, I took back
Yeah,
my
that's
example.
true,
I didn't
yeah.
bring it up.
You did though.
And it's a tough room.
So this is the fuck Chen table.
Apparently.
And this is the maybe I slightly agree with
We
Chen
have
table.
your best interest at heart, dude.
Yeah,
We're trying
sure.
to make you a better
Known you a
version of
long
yourself.
time.
I know.
He has probably about another year or two to get
Until
on
he's
the length of time.
And then he'll be where we are.
Yeah.
Then we're just gonna start. We're gonna line up 2 tables on this side, and there's just gonna be you on the other.
I know, and I'll be like, God damn it.
Chin versus the world.
Yeah,
We're the world.
This is a totally not lopsided debate. All right. Anyway, so that was my one question for the evening.
Yeah. How you doing? You suck.
25
Do you
minutes.
guys have anything? I know, do you guys have anything else that you guys would want to contribute to this conversation?
So I don't know if anyone else has an opinion on it, but there's a new update coming out next.
For
Russia.
No,
Oh, what?
No Man's Sky.
oh, actually, I saw that. You know what? I'm considering buying it again.
Again?
Again.
Don't
Yeah.
you buy everything digitally?
Yeah, I did,
So
and then
it's-
I returned it because it was so fucking
Oh, you
terrible.
could return it
Oh.
digitally.
Hmm?
It was.
return
It was.
it. Okay.
Oh, so when No Man's Sky first came out,
Oh,
it was
they
such a
allowed-
massive fuck up. They allowed people to refund digital
That's what I remember now.
purchases.
Okay, so
Oh,
It
wow.
was such a huge fuck up. So that's the only game I've ever returned because I was so upset at it.
why did you return it?
Because
Because if you watched the trailer,
Okay.
and then from what the game came out,
Right.
you're like, what?
But when you
even
played the game.
even worse than that. Like, okay, so the game was like not
Engaging.
terrible,
Mhm.
but yes, it was not engaging. There was no storyline. There was nothing that was promised was there.
Yeah.
There was literally, and I mean, if you accepted all that, and you're like, okay, it's just a game that I can like chill around, explore the galaxy and whatnot,
Man.
land on planets and like learn pieces of a language, literally one word at a time.
Be Elite Dangerous.
Fuck. I'm sorry. No. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? First he's using effing, and then we tell him.
Yeah.
Well, that was a specific reason. But anyway, no, it was like nothing.
That says fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, and it was like it was extremely boring. And then the biggest fuck you is that when you got to the end, they're like, oh, there's like some huge secret that's in the universe. Guess the secret is you get to play the whole fucking game again.
Really?
Yes, man, that's the secret.
So
is you
that's
do all that
actually
shit
true.
again.
So here's the thing. I am probably the rarest person on the planet. I pre-ordered No Man's Sky, and I've played it ever since. Because,
I saw you
okay,
play it, yeah.
you know your feelings about
Did you pay full price?
Absolutely.
Are you the only person playing? I think
Probably.
you are.
No, not now.
Well, no.
There's a
They-
lot of
they-
players.
They actually did like 6 months maybe after they released it. They did a ton of upgrades, which made it way better. But
Yeah.
I was so jaded that I refused to get back into
This
it.
is the one where it's like fly anywhere, go down on the planet, do it, whatever
Yeah,
you want.
and then
you But it was
do
fucking
and I was
scary.
like, oh my god, I totally have to play this
Yeah.
game. I read the first like review and it was like negative
Yeah.
10 stars. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's accurate.
Okay,
It,
so
I'm
it was
done.
when it first came out.
Wait.
-10 was accurate.
I,
It was
I didn't
accurate.
mean
No,
to,
it
I didn't mean to
wasn't.
cut you out. So why I want to hear the positives.
So here we go. All right. I bought the game for I want to go and fly through space and land on a planet and see what's there. I want to know what's over the next hill. That's what I want. All this other stuff. Oh, engage in big space battles. I don't want that.
Sims
I-
space.
Not that I necessarily want the big engaging space battles, but if you tell me there are big engaging space battles, you better fucking have them. And then also when they tell you that your choices or that your actions impact the space pirates and like the loot and all this stuff, and then none of that shit is true, you fucking liars.
It's like you're- you
Yeah,
can't, like,
so
they-
I had the impression that it was EVE Online plus you could land on like it was EVE Online and what was the Star Wars Online one where you could land on
Old Republic?
planets? Yeah, I thought that was like two of those mashed up, like EVE Online, but you could land on a
wasn't-
planet.
It wasn't any of those. It wasn't like you could land on
Should've
planets.
been.
Yeah.
You could land on planets. Whatever. You know what frustrated me the most is I got stuck on a goddamn planet because I couldn't find resources, and the resource wasn't close enough to me to find it before I ran out of oxygen or whatever it was, and I kept
Oh,
dying. And I was like,
that does suck.
"There's
Yeah.
no reset button. I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I'm fucking stuck on this planet." I was like, "This
you're
is
in
the
a loop?
worst." Huh? I was in a loop, dude.
Basically a death loop. Yeah,
it
no,
puts
I've
you-
had that happen.
It puts you back where you are, and you're like, oh, "Okay, awesome. Now I got to do this for the next 8 hours."
Maybe I'll
So
try
you-
running
you
the other
literally
way.
played
Yeah.
Groundhog's Day, but you made no progress or learned
No
anything.
progress. I was like, "Get this shit off my goddamn account, Sony." Give me
Yeah,
your mic.
no, I was same deal. I was totally gonna buy it, but then like every review was like, yeah,
Yeah.
everything they promised, it's not in the game.
Yeah.
When
Like
But
there was
now-
that huge review where it's like two friends like
Were they
were at
playing
the,
on the
same
same
exact
planet?
spot,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yo, man, I can't see you." But what I did like about it is there was a early alpha, which it's now I think in like beta, Empyrean, the galactic survival game.
Yeah.
A ton of people went to that because it had all of the features.
That
It was
they promised?
not nearly as polished, but
Yeah.
like all the features that they said they were going to have, they'd already been slowly implementing, and they still have. Like I go back to it every couple of months, and it's a totally different game because they've completely reworked
So
things.
is that how No Man's Sky is? Is it a completely different game?
It's a
from-
completely different game now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He probably knows better than me, but yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's significantly different now. That you can build bases. A lot of the inventory management problems are solved. You can buy a freighter. You can have
Different class, like because every ship
Yeah.
they were like there were different ships initially, but they were all the same ship. It didn't matter. But now
Yeah.
there are like different classes of ships and stuff.
Right.
And
Some are
it's like-
better at hauling stuff. Some are better at fighting. Some are better
Yeah.
at warping. They can go farther and all that stuff. But here's the thing: like with the stuff the community Mike brought up a second ago, it's like all of these things. If I could meet another person in space,
Awesome.
I probably wouldn't.
Why?
Because it's so fucking big. Like, it was just because they tried to do it that they were even ended up on the same planet. Like, but in general, ever since they added in multiplayer where you can just see like an orb of someone else, they added that like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone.
But I mean,
And
also
I play a lot.
also it's also
Not anymore. Not anymore.
it's also super easy to be like, no, you can't see other players. That's not the way we designed the system.
He should have done that. Absolutely. No, he
But-
should
but-
have been more
but I mean-
clear about what was in it. But
And I kind of forgive him because I understand that's like he's a developer. He's developing this game. He's not a PR person, so
Right.
he's like you probably can maybe but that's not the way we designed the
Is
system.
this a single developer?
No, it's like 10 people.
Okay.
yeah, it was like 10
It's a very small company.
At the
Okay.
time, now they have
A lot.
a little bit
You know
more.
me in
I-
video
I have no
games.
idea.
I know
I think at
about
the
all
time
the
they had
video
6,
games.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like really
Yeah.
small, really small. Yeah, yeah. I don't know though.
But they had like rudimentary versions of multiplayer in, and they kind of yanked it out at the last minute because
is
it
probably
wasn't that good.
Yeah, better. But then say that.
But if you got Sony, like, you know, they were the publisher,
that is
like,
true, that
hey,
is true.
you know,
Sony's like, hey man, you said you had multiplayer, right? He's like, well, not anymore. Yeah, you do. Just say it. You got it.
yeah.
It's in there.
But now you got to give him props for sticking with the game for 2 years after getting death threats because butterflies weren't in the trailer. That's real.
Wait, what?
There were butterflies in the trailer, but they weren't in the game, and they got death threats based on that. I'm not joking.
People like the
people,
butterflies.
People
Yeah.
went insane
They
about
went
the fucking
crazy.
Yeah.
They went Szechuan sauce crazy.
I wasn't.
This is why people make not all the gamers, but this is why people make fun of gamers. Like people who don't game, they make fun of gamers because they rage like that.
Those gamers they should make fun of because that's some bullshit.
That's crazy.
That's some bullshit. and I mean, props to Hello Games for sticking with it. And I mean, it is now complete. Like I would pay $30 for the game they are now. I would not pay the $60 I paid
I
originally.
kind of want to buy it though.
I mean, I'm
It's on
considering getting back
PC.
into it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on PC
Steam?
and it's coming out for Xbox as well. It's on Steam, definitely.
I mean, fuck Xbox, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't-
I'm considering getting
talk
it again
about
because
shit.
it's like it is a whole new game, and I like the idea of like being able to do other stuff at the same time. Because when I first I played, I would say in the first, I had it for I don't know, probably almost a week. I put a lot of time into it actually. Like I was like, okay, I'm into it. I want to play this. I explored a bunch of planets. I was warping all the fucking place. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is the worst game I've ever played. I think it's calming and whatever. Like it's
Yeah.
calming. It's nice to travel, but that's not what I wanted.
Okay.
that is not what I wanted at all.
All
and
right.
if they had told me it's like a space exploration game where you just kind of like
Chill out and be groovy, man.
awesome, I'd be like, okay, you know,
Wait,
I
yeah.
get it.
Well, okay, I mentioned it a while ago. There was a game about like just the universe with different scenarios.
Star Citizen,
No. It's like
GTA.
no.
Really dangerous.
No, like
Sorry, my bad. I'll shut up.
It was a universe sandbox where like you get to see what happens when like two black holes collide.
Sport.
That's literally
No,
called
it's called
Universal
Universe Sandbox.
Yeah, Universal Sandbox.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't have my Steam thing open. Okay, so it sounds like the original No Man's Sky was maybe something like that, where like you're no,
no.
not. Okay, hold on. Let me take that back. Where, so Doxy was saying like the original was just like okay, go around, explore planets, and it was very calming. I found the Universe Sandbox to be calming because I didn't interact with anybody, and I just like, oh, okay, so these two baseballs are like a meter apart, and it'll take them 2.3 days to collide.
Real time. Mm-hmm. 2 days real time.
No, I mean like you speed it up, but you see that it would actually
I was
be
like, no.
no. But
I mean, I like zoning out and all, but that's a little far.
that's my Zen meditation.
That's
I got shit to do, man.
yeah.
Zen meditation. No, but like it was the simulation was designed to show you that like in a vacuum, of course, these two small objects still have mass enough to attract each other.
Okay, so setting aside the actual physics of it, if you would like to watch these things and land on those planets and see what kind of life exists there, then you would like No Man's Sky.
Dinosaurs
You would have liked it before.
Giant dinosaurs with tiny wings.
Nah,
That's what exists on these planets.
I don't care.
Hopping pineapples.
Yeah.
Hopping pineapples? Okay, maybe my Hawaiian side is starting to care.
What's the term? It's a random number generator for fucking creatures. So it just mixes a ton of.
Well, it's not random. So what it does is it says, okay, this planet is this far from a star, right? And so therefore it's going to be cold, or this one's really close to a star, so it's going to be hot. And since it's hot, it's going to have this kind of vegetation. It's going to have these
Goldilocks
kind of,
zone,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's going to have this kind of these kind of minerals and all that stuff. And so based on where it falls, it's all based on an equation, but it's not random. In other words, I load my game up, and since it's based on the same equation as yours, the same planet with the same things will be
Will
in the
have
same
the same-
place.
okay, all
It's
right.
not random at all.
Touche.
Not just one Shay,
Two of
two
them.
Shays.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, comments? Final comments on this?
I'm willing to give No Man's Sky another chance.
But not at $60.
But wait, you're definitely not at $60. Even not even now. Even with all this extra stuff they've added, definitely not now. Like $30, okay, easy. $20, for sure. $60, fuck yourself.
Yo,
Wait.
man, I'm not asking you for $60.
30 years so 30 is your limit? I'm just
Ken,
curious.
give us our money
If
back.
you ask me for $60, you have your answer.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Chen.
Well, then you're not gonna like this.
What?
It's $60.
It's
Is it
$60
still
still?
Oh
right.
man.
They've
Alright.
come up with 3 freaking upgrades
Hey,
over the past, and they've
how
all been
long's it been?
huge.
Hey, hold on, time out. You see how you're defending this video game?
I am.
Don't
Guilty.
you know how I feel now?
No.
For
The two of them just shitting on you?
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
no, that's
Hold on a second. I mean, I'm gonna compare apples to oranges. Whatever.
fine.
Blizzard, Overwatch,
Yeah.
has introduced so many upgrades in the last 2 years since their game launched, all for free.
Yeah, you know what happens with me? Because I only play once every 3 months. I open up the game, I update the game. It takes like half an hour for me to update the game, and then I gotta go do
That
something else.
sounds like a failure of your own.
I know, that's my
Yeah,
fault. That's my
it's
fault.
But I
on
mean,
you, yeah.
No Man's Sky is still $60. Overwatch goes. I mean, I don't know if No Man's Sky has been on sale because I've literally never looked at it since it was first released because it was a fucking
probably-
trailer fire. But Overwatch is regularly on sale for $30-$40. And I mean, even now, and they release new content all the fucking time. That's the way No Man's Sky should be running.
I want to play StarCraft again.
If
What
they
the fuck?
What's wrong with StarCraft?
Where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, but wait,
Overwatch.
hold up.
Chen, what you
Hold
wanna
up, hold
do-
up. Overwatch right now is 40, but the Legendary Edition is still 60.
Yeah, that's extra content though.
Yeah, but the base game is $40. That's what we're getting at. And I mean,
All right. Base game's $40. All right.
and it's a better game.
Chen,
That game
Different
is your
game.
life.
It's not better.
It's
or
not better,
worse.
it's different.
It's a different game entirely. One's the first person shooter. The other's a first person hang out and be groovy, man.
I feel like we're at Helm's Deep right
Community
now.
mind.
And just
Yeah.
orcs are just like,
Just like-
Community Mike.
So Chen's comment on playing StarCraft is really funny because I've been wasting a lot of time writing. So StarCraft has been hacked, or not hacked, but
what?
community supported. Like apparently the people who developed Blizzard made it so that that exposes the play engine. So you can write code that drives a player. And now they're
Like
having
automated
AI
play.
versus AI battles in StarCraft.
Ooh.
And so I've
not
been
just their internal AI, like legit AI.
Korean AI, yeah.
We have no chance.
Korean
like-
level AI, you're
No,
screwed.
the point is that like now it's not about playing the game; it's about writing the better AI that plays the game.
That's
actually
even
kinda
more
cool.
interesting, though.
That's actually
exactly.
That's
That's what
like
I'm getting
Capture
at.
the
I have
Flag.
been wasting so much time
That's pretty
learning
fun.
AI techniques. And
That's like Capture the Flag at DEF CON 2 years ago.
That's actually
Yeah.
really awesome. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, sir.
We have no idea what you're
Yep.
saying.
We don't hear anything.
oh yeah,
Yeah, sorry for the dead air.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
There's a
So like,
conversation going
so
on.
I have FOIA requests for like the code from the UCAV.
Whoa. All right.
That's
Nice.
the unmanned combat air vehicle. Who doesn't know what that is? But you know, like the AI from like the U.S.
Yeah.
military. Like I'm sure that's public domain now, right?
Sure, I don't know.
Hopefully.
We'll find out with the FOIA request. All right. So, last comments on the game, or last shitting on from the orcs.
I still
From the
think
orcs.
it's awesome.
How dare you?
We're at Helm's Deep. You guys are attacking us.
I've loved the game since it came out. I give 0 fucks.
Well, and for you, I mean, you did pay full price, but you've definitely got your worth from it.
Absolutely.
In hours.
Yeah. Like
I'm still not.
definitely.
I still can't. I can't bring myself to spend.
Now
if
that-
it was 30, I would have probably bought it this weekend.
Same.
Yeah.
But that
Um,
60 just shot
the fact
me.
that
in
it's
the
still
foot.
60, like, no way.
Well, take a look at the updates they've given so far. Because
I mean, no, I've been following it actually. Like I just saw the large expansion that's about to be released and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's very interesting, but it's still not a $60 game.
Still not Overwatch.
Still not.
They
Well,
need
it's
to
not
just
Overwatch.
turn it into Overwatch, and then it's good.
But then it'd be a copy of Overwatch.
Hey,
It's
Because
okay.
they added light PvP to Fallout 76.
do they
and everyone's
have PvP in No Man's Sky?
wait, in Fallout 76.
in Fallout 76.
Oh, yeah, people are getting really upset about that.
And that's stupid. And that's what I'm saying. It's the same bullshit that happened with No Man's Sky. And that's why I'm on such a tear about it.
Well, see,
'Cause the
I don't,
review
I,
It's just a clone of Rust with Fallout on it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly the same.
It's not.
Well,
Well, go ahead.
No Man's Sky and Fallout 76.
One
Because-
is, oh my god, they said these things in the trailer and they're not there. Okay, all right, I get it. But what's there is what I was there for. And I think that might be the difference.
So you're willing to accept less than what you were expecting.
Because what I wanted was there.
Right, but what I wanted was what they said. And that's a failure of their own. Not a failure of mine. I didn't fuck up the
Like
game.
everything, nothing is Doxy's fault.
It isn't.
I mean,
you know-
has anything ever my fault? Literally.
I'm going to give you $100 and a pepperoni pizza. Hey, here's $100, but I didn't give you a pepperoni pizza. What the fuck? You
That's
know,
pretty
like,
much.
I mean,
it's like
if you're offering me a pizza, I'm probably hungry at this point. So yeah, man, fuck you. I'm not you. but I want my goddamn pizza. You know? Don't I mean, but no, like, wouldn't you be upset if someone's like, hey man, I got some food coming your way? Just kidding. I don't have any food for you.
I've done that too.
well, but it
Don't bring up those memories.
No.
that's different though. You see what I'm getting at? Like, hey, I'll bring you some pizza and some breadsticks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, pizza's great. Breadsticks are alright too, sure. Oh, sorry, they were out of breadsticks, but here's the pizza. I got the main thing that I was after to stop torturing this
Who
poor
says
metaphor.
who says the breadsticks weren't the main thing for me?
Oh, and if that's the case, then I see your point.
And also, it's like, it's so easy. I'm not a game developer, so take this with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
It's so easy to not say shit you don't have. If you don't have PvP, don't say you have fucking PvP. PvP. I can talk. If you don't have whatever, don't fucking say you have it. And I get that Sony's breathing down your neck or whatever.
Here's
That's not
how
my
this
problem,
happens.
Yeah.
As someone who was in the game industry for 6 years,
That's I want to say. I'm talking to my ass because I've never developed a game, so I can't speak intelligently on it. But
it's hard to understand you because of the muffling of your butt cheeks. But
Yeah, we got somebody on our side.
I don't know. We'll see.
What tends to happen, the times I've seen this happen, is that the publisher's marketing department, who are not game developers, send a random email to the game developer. Hey, you got any assets? Because we like to do some marketing stuff. And people are like, oh, yeah, here's some art, here's some models, whatever. Then they go hire another company. Don't tell the game developers. And they say, hey, here's some 3D models. Make some cool animations. And that third company goes, oh, here they are with no butterflies, but they're flying through space and shooting each other. And this all looks super exciting because this is a space-y game.
my only
Right? And then they give a trailer reel to the marketing department that promptly releases it right before E3. And the developers look at them and go,
Yeah, I've seen that a
What?
lot with mobile games.
But you know what?
yeah.
To rebuttal this, it was Sean, the lead developer of Hello Games, that was the one out there saying these things. He was on the talk shows. He was releasing the demos. He
Yeah.
was playing the demos, saying, "Oh, we have this feature and this feature." And then when none of those features were there,
Yeah.
he went fucking silent.
Okay, negative 10 stars.
Yeah,
You're right.
And that-
like
and-
you,
and that's-
if
and
you're
that's-
the developer and you're saying it,
Yeah, you're the lead of a team of 6 people, and I get that you can't do a lot. Totally get it. Don't say it. Don't fucking say you have these things you don't have.
because usually the arrangement, if it's like a third party developer for a publisher,
Right.
the arrangement is that the developer doesn't get to say what the publisher does for marketing.
Which I totally
Right, like
understand.
they don't clear it with the programmers essentially,
Right.
right? And the idea is that you're supposed to have a good enough relationship that you know exactly what the game is going to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes the publishers scramble and they don't bother to ask, and so you get like a mismatch, and then you'll get developers who get interviewed at GDC like, oh, we got this crazy cool feature coming, and they're like, yeah,
Yep.
maybe. We'll see.
We'll see
you
what
know,
happens.
like that has happened 1,000 times, and
No.
it actually happened to me on one of the projects. So.
And I totally understand that happens. Like you have to change stuff up, lose features, add features, whatever that you didn't expect. Because I
yeah,
mean, stuff
marketing
happens.
department. Like
Yeah.
the best thing to do is just always pay for the drinks for the marketing department. That's really that's my only bit of wisdom from the game industry is know your marketing department for your publisher and always pay for their drinks so that they don't screw you.
I actually feel like that's good advice in any industry.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, I can see that.
I guess if you're into like publishing anything industry where you
Yeah.
have like marketing departments that don't necessarily talk to the creative people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a problem.
But to be fair, I'm not mad at Sean or Hello Games or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed with the game that was released, and I'm disappointed that it's still $60 2 years later. When it's
After they've added a lot of stuff.
they should have immediately went down to $30.
Well, speaking of marketing, what they should do is like have an I'm sorry sale for like 4 days or like one weekend where they're gonna sell licenses like through Humble Bundle or whatever for
Awesome.
you
It
know
wouldn't surprise me
pay
if
what
they
you
did.
want, right?
Yeah.
And we're sorry.
That would be amazing.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did something like
Because
that.
Pay what you want, except for Doxy. He still has to pay $60.
and it says on the banner on Humble Bundle, except Doxy,
You know what?
$60.
I would be I would love that someone recognized me so much. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
I know, right?
Right?
Oh,
Thank you.
trust me,
That
it's,
would be
it's
great.
an amazing feeling.
So
Yeah.
that's a huge honor.
It turns out those kinds of campaigns on like Humble Bundle make way more money than they do through traditional sales.
Oh, I believe it.
How?
It's interesting because people like to
because
contribute to
people
stuff they like.
actually pay. It's shocking. So
Yeah.
I happen to know people like at places like No Starch Press who does a lot of Humble
Yeah.
Bundles, and they have sold books.
I
like,
buy every fucking one.
tons of books through Humble Bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll do a campaign where they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on a book that
Easily.
was not doing anything close to that through normal sales channels.
So it just wasn't selling at all. So
Yeah.
even if people are only paying $5 for it, when it retailed for 20.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, you're not getting the paper book; you're getting the PDF.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
remember that like No Starch has no DRM or anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah, you
like-
can put it on every one of your devices. You could share it. Like it's cool.
Yeah, in any of the formats you want, you just pay what you want, and they sell like gajillions
Yep.
of them.
Yep. I love the humble bundle model because they do it for like everything, books, games,
Everything.
like everything.
Yeah, comics,
Yeah.
applications.
Yep.
I think Humble Bundle has been responsible for the birth of like a number of indie publishers in the comics
100%.
industry now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
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 Yeah, like you'll get an artist who spins off with a buddy of theirs, and they just go, "Oh, we got a great idea for a book." They throw it on Humble Bundle as like the,
Lower.
if you
tier.
buy, if you go over $2, you get this one for free or whatever.
Yeah.
To
That's a great
to get
model.
on
It's
the
a
entree,
fantastic
and then they've
model.
launched their businesses that way.
Yep.
It's insane. It's a really great idea.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the lightning round?
Did we
Jeez.
say anything about security this entire podcast?
No.
No, but tech stuff definitely.
Okay, that works.
You just said something about security.
We yelled at Chen and then we yelled at
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, here we go. So for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, we are going to zdnet.com/topic/security. I'm not surfing there. I'm just
I'm surfing there.
going there. Right. Sorry, that was
was me
a
surfing.
minor jab at Fox there.
You gave me-
Hi, Fox.
You gave me an
Anyway,
aneurysm.
we're going
I was thinking of- I
to.
was thinking of Surf Ninjas, and I was like, oh god.
Oh, you didn't like Surf Ninjas?
I love Surf Ninjas.
I was gonna
What's wrong
say,
with you?
we can talk about that later. I love surf ninjas too. Anyway, so at the lightning round, we are going to go through these articles. We're going to give a tweet's length of 248 characters of an opinion, and then we'll move on to the next article. Are we ready? Who wants to go first?
Sure.
All right,
I never go first.
Satchel's going first. All right. First article. Singapore suffers most serious data breach affecting 1.5 million healthcare patients, including the Prime Minister.
We're post security.
Post security.
Yeah, something he said about a month ago.
And
Like-
I don't
was
think I
like
was
3
here for
weeks
that
ago.
show.
Yeah.
a couple times. But basically, the idea being that we are, if we're not there already, we're just about there, where there's not really any security. We're already at the point where if someone wants to bad enough, they're going to get your stuff.
Oh, yes, I feel like that's been true since day one. in
But I
all
think the
honesty.
bar's lower now.
As I say all the time, I feel like with any company, if the fine isn't greater than the profit they get from it, they don't care. And it's never been greater than the profit they get from it. So
Yeah.
they don't care, ever.
Yeah, like Fight Club, where the guy's talking about car recalls.
I don't remember that specifically, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Welcome to Greynoise, where it's never a lightning round.
All right,
Identify?
yep.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, cool. All right, so my only comment here is maybe now that it's a prime minister that has been involved, maybe they'll give a shit, because it's somebody.
They're
in
only
the-
going to give a shit
I
till
know.
they're legally compelled to.
I know.
And
I know.
Singapore, at least, they'll legally compel them to. But that here?
Thank you. Hold on. First of all, I like. Sorry, I was already going on to the next one, but I agree with you.
The
Okay.
next one we were actually having discussions about.
So,
yesterday.
Venmo has no good reason to make user transactions public by default.
Why would you do that in the first place?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. I mean, there's no reason at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why people post their
It's-
transactions as like emojis or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
it's
and
that
private
social
and-
feature which for some reason
But not-
every every fucking company feels like they need to have, which is dumb.
not
yeah.
for bank transactions. It's fucking
Not
stupid.
for anything.
It's very
Right,
dumb.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just weird because me and Satchel were literally discussing this last night.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know this was a story.
Yep, there's a second article. All right, third article. Wearables versus proctors. Test taking security in the era of constant connectivity.
I have no idea what a proctor is.
Like, where you have a witness of somebody taking
they
your test.
administer
or-
a test.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I could use my smartwatch to cheat on a test versus the guy watching me.
or the
Potentially.
wearable replacing the proctor. Like they see that you are in attendance. It is you. It's
All right. Sounds good.
see, it's technology automating the fuck out of human resource.
Wait, how's that technology automating out human resources?
If you're wearing a wearable that verifies that it is you, that you are at where you're supposed to be to take the test, nobody needs to.
How would it verify it's you?
I don't know if that's what it is. So
Am I reading it wrong?
The subtitle says, just as smartphones have changed everything, so too will wearables. One challenge will be securing test taking in a world where everything has an active connection. So it's actually about cheating on
So
it.
this is like Proctor's finding people wearing wearables.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I
adding
mean,
the watch
easy solution.
calculator to math
Don't
class
wear a
in high
fucking
school.
wearable into a test.
Well, okay, so for the CompTIA certifications, everything is out. Like, you can't bring a watch in, you can't bring a phone, you can't bring like anything.
Yep.
So, all right, okay, so let's do one more article.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This old ransomware has been revamped as Bitcoin stealing malware. Rar.
Who would have thunk that Jigsaw's picture on your screen would be a bad thing?
You saw the thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's even looking for Bitcoin anymore?
I don't even know what the price is. Do anybody know what the price
It's like
is?
$1?
$7
That's
grand.
not $1. Are you kidding me?
I'm just it's
$7
hyperbole,
grand, I
dude.
think.
God
$7
damn it.
grand.
Yeah, I think it's
was
at
like,
7 grand.
wait, 7?
It was
Okay.
6. It jumped heavily within the last week, but now it's leveled out again, I think.
Yeah.
Wave of the future.
Yeah.
Blockchain.
All right.
So that's it.
Blockchain.
Yeah, blockchain, buzzword. Okay, here we go. So, all right, guys, that brings us to the end of the lightning round, which unfortunately brings us to the end of the show. So we've run out of time, but never out of shit to say. Join us again next week at 7:30, like every Friday night, here at the Sin Shop. And for those of you who do not know, because maybe you're not paying attention at this time, 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada.
That's a life hack?
Oh, don't make me punch you. All right, here we go. So I say here, I gotta get rid of that. Sinshop.org for information on the shop. Go to meetup.com/Sinshop for what we're doing coming up and in the future. Right? Yes.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
go to
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. Oh yeah. You guys are killing me.
Wrap
And go
it
to
up.
Greynoise, GREYNOI.se for information on us. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
I'm Zenify.
And I...
Was that a question?
Yes.
Yes, you are. And I'm Richard Satchel.
Good night, everybody.
Did you lose it?
I was trying to decide if I was going to say Zen, Zeni, Zenifi, or Zenify.